Willis sliding out of the pocket. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Up the middle, Achane. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tua going to throw. Another catch there for Waddle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now 2nd and 3. Now Willis to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got room. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Throw out wide to Walker. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening?
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead on the final play of the half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And going right back to Walker. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now they'll change things up. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Willis looks to pass it here. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Back to throw, Willis. Flushed out right. That is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Straight ahead, Walker knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 14. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run again with Walker. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after try forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll give this to Achane. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on second down. They find some open field here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 134 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
And Walker once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught on the right flat, and he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
At the Bucs' 43-yard line.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Hurts sets up to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 43 yards. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 15. And the Buccaneers first down.
Baker changing the play at the line. Throwing, Mayfield. This is caught at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Godwin, the motion man. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And again, it's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Godwin, the motion man. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Buccaneers 0.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. Mayfield now. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Milton Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and 19. Now Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Mayfield looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall. And they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play.
Recovered by the receiving team.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. White will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They go play action with Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Two yards to go, second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 52 yards. And the Eagles have retaken a third quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Godwin, the motion man. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Mayfield to throw it. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And again, it's Mayfield. That's completed right side to Palmer. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Here we go, 1st and goal. White, here's White. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to